Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine Tuesday. It is fine Tuesday afternoon out there actually. It's beautiful outside and I have to do shows. Boo. I'm not going to complain too much about having to do shows, but I have to do shows. Boo. You have probably noticed I am in the usual office. I am currently not in the studio. There is no Joe. There is no Luce. There's no Paddy. There's no Tom. There's no Brom still. So you've just got me. And hopefully it works. And you're still happy with the content. It's just, we're just raw dogging at me today. And I had some thoughts about, like, do I do a talking head show and then another talking head show? And I don't know if there's enough to talk about at the moment. I mean, there probably is with a 250-page legacy unit document, but hey. You just got to put up with me today, I'm afraid. But it's good because there's another thing going on, right? My hobby kind of eagerness is quite high at the moment. My hobby progress is quite low. It sounds odd, right? But my determination or desire, I should say, to do hobby is quite good. But like I spoke about the other week, my paralysis is quite high at the moment because I want to paint Eldar and I want to paint Space Wolves and I want to build both of those things and I want to build Lumina. We have most of a Space Wolves army. I do need to start looking at painting new Logan because his base size is so much bigger. We have most of the Space Wolves army at the studio already. We have an Eldar army, to be fair. So, you know, it's not bad. We're in a good place already with that. I need Joe to add some more stuff. And I do want to paint some more of my own Eldar stuff. But I haven't got anything base coated for a while. So what I thought I'd do today, because I'm trying to get back in the mood to play this game, is I thought today we would build this beauty. And I reckon I can get most of it built in today. Probably. Maybe. With your help. And because it's a Tuesday, normally we would do a Liam and Joe show till 3 o'clock and then we stop and we come back at 7:30. So if the members keep flowing, what I'm thinking is I'll just keep building. I'll just keep going. Hence it is a Making Models members marathon. Maybe. Right? Maybe. So this is what I'm going to do today. Hopefully you guys will hang around and do some hobbying with me or visit and say hello or drop a member or 5 or 10. And we're going to get into it. I haven't even opened it yet. It's still sealed. It turned up the other day. I was having issues. I couldn't find the instructions from this particular box to build these. I don't like using digital instructions. I like having the booklet. I was talking to Joe about it and he was like, would it not be better just to buy another spearhead? 5 more of these, 10 more of these, 10 more of these is never a bad thing. And annoyingly, he was right. So I bought another spearhead, right? You want to be paid to sit at home hobbying all day, don't we? I'm not just sitting at home hobbying all day, though, Carl. I'm trying to sit at home hobbying all day whilst entertaining you lot as well. So, giving you opinions, thoughts, if you want them. If you don't want them, you don't have to listen, do you? But yes, ultimately, that's what I want. I want to be paid to sit at home and hobby all day. That's why I turned this into my job, mate. So, this is the Luminous Spearhead. It's got a lot of models in this box. There is 26 miniatures, I think. Yeah, 26 miniatures in this box alone. The Wardens, the Sentinels, the Blade Lords, and then the little Ghost Lady. We're not going to worry about little Ghost Lady to start with because I've got one of her already built in the studio. So we're going to get to her at the end if we've got everything else built. So we'll start off, I think, on Model 1. I think we'll go through, do the Sentinels, then the Wardens, and then get into the Blade Lords at the end. And I think we'll just go in order. Yeah, should we do that? I think that's probably the best way of doing it, isn't it? Now I've got rid of the main box, the main glare from the light it's done as well. It's gone away. So I think I'm right in thinking as well that everything's on 32mm bases. 32, 32, 32. Which does make my life supremely easy. 32, yeah, everything's on 32 bases. That's good. Okay. Spare, does this mean get AS games on stream soon? Yes. Yeah, we want to bring it back. We do want to bring it back. So we don't need that. That's a Warden. We don't need the little lady right now. Hey, Mr. the Kyle, how's it going, man? You need the Sentinel Spree. More Warden stuff. More Sentinel Spree. More sentinel sprue. More sentinel sprue. Blade lords. Blade lords. Wardens. Wardens. Additional base. Cool. So these are the bits we need for now. Gonna get going. Feel free to ask anything you want. Feel free to stick it on postcards. Feel free to put comments in the chat. I've got chat right in front of me, as well as all this stuff to build. And I'm going to just jump straight into it. And hopefully, enjoy myself. Because I do love elves. I do love elves. $49. 34, 35. If you're hobbying right now because you're at work or you're at home or whatever, let me know what you're doing as well. I'm interested. I want to know what people are up to. Or don't. I don't really mind. $33, $35. Does it make a difference between 35, 34? Is there a difference? Not really. Is there a game tonight? There isn't, unfortunately. Mr. The Tom's come down with COVID. So my hands are a little tied, I'm afraid. I'm not going to give other people COVID. So we only had Tom available tonight. Brom's still off on paternity leave at the moment. Not having super fun time. Joe is on annual leave. And Tom was in tonight with Andy. Andy was going to jump in for us last minute because he's a legend. And unfortunately Tom tested positive of COVID yesterday. So you've got just me today. Just me today. Just Jupiter. Thank you for getting us off the mark with one gifted membership. You're a legend. Picking up a Demon Prince. Votan ruled this Saturday. Will it be legal for LGT? I don't know, actually. I don't know. Email them. They're normally pretty quick to respond, aren't they? Well, they used to be. I'm going to be honest with you. And I know I'm in a very privileged position because of the channel. But I have no interest in really attending tournaments at the moment. I think tournaments have a huge... My personal opinion is tournaments have a huge negative impact on my hobby overall. I have a huge spike of interest and eagerness to do fancy tournament things, build new lists, try and make competitive lists, try and what's the word, dial it in and whatever you. And I just kind of don't love it. And then I get burnt out with it, and I'm like, why am I doing this? What's the point? I think I'm just better off just still playing with friends. I think I'd rather just have people come in the studio and play on stream. And when I used to do that all the time, when I used to have people come over and play before I had the channel, before I had the studio, I used to have so much fun. Oh, there's a different version. Oh.
Also hobbying now. On summer leave I'm painting up some Deathwing Knights and an Invictus Warsuit for an In-Incursions game this evening.
Thank you so much, you legend, for the £10. And thank you, White, for the one gifted membership you're legend as well. I think I did this one to start with. But I don't remember. Maybe I have to cut the other bits out and do the lantern guy. That's interesting, isn't it? Let's put those bits to one side for now. I might have to do him instead. So what is that? That's 43 and 44. Well, that's 44. Let's try this guy. That's 44. Where's 43? That's 43 there. If I can have my the champions looking different, it makes sense, right? Might as well. And then it's 55 rather than 56. A different sheathed blade. 55. And that's still the same torso. And then...
Got a Terminator captain today, that I want to kit bash into a Space Wolf Lord. The Wolf Guard Termis and my bits box should have everything I need.
Bits box is always incredible, right? So yeah, I'm also at the same time I'm trying to essentially just return to the thing that I love the most. So coming away from fucking about with tournaments too much and going, like I even said to Adam, I might go to Beachhead and just not play. I have my table, then we can play. We can play at the studio, mate, to be fair. On days off. But yes, we can also do that thing. 59. I just want to get back to playing for the right reasons, like telling the story and just, you know, playing to enjoy myself. I think I get too strung up on having to be like an expert, or I don't think it's healthy. For me, at least. Each to their own, though. Yeah, I think I did Birdman before. I hope I did Birdman before, otherwise I've done two of the same again, and that would be a problem. Oh, what does it matter? It doesn't matter, does it? $48 and $50. 48. If there's one going, I'll have it. Thank you. 48 and 50. Thank you. Food delivered. 50. Oh, it's a fancy shoulder pad. And a fancy helmet. My club play a lot of comp games, so I'm running a 40k RPG and people are loving it. That's good, man. That's really cool. I'm sure I did the bird before. I'm sure I did. I hope I did. You do picture signs? God, no, I'm not that. I can't be that guy. Predators, that's not me. I absolutely couldn't be that guy. First time catching a stream, although it's nearly bedtime here, I just wanted to say I collect 40k and Warhammer Fantasy for the lore, not the rules. Yeah, well, that's why I started, mate, I'll be honest. That's how and why I started. Narrative, rules. I'm just trying to get back to it. The problem is, in the world of content creation for Warhammer, you get strung up on people. Like, the thing is, quite often, the thing that gets the most amount of engagement in views is what's good, what's bad, what's powerful, what is a great combination, what sort of thing can you take to an event and curb stomp your opponent and give them zero chance at all. That's the stuff that people like kind of look for and crave. Everyone wants to be seen as this great player or this incredible general who knows the game really well and no matter what can win. And I think we fall victim of trying to be those people as well, because it's almost like it's one of those, like, how do we justify what we do for a living Well, you need to know those things. You need to know those things. You need to be that guy who can do those things. And you know, we play a lot of the game, so we can see some of those things anyway. But you know, it's, I just don't love the place it puts you in and your mindset around the hobby because of that. Even Joe, like, people arguing with him about this 10 plus codex because he thinks 10 plus codex is good, and apparently he's not allowed to have his own opinion on it. I don't know, I'm just I think the community out there, is that bright enough? Is that bright enough, or do you want it brighter? Tell me if you want it brighter. I can make it brighter. Yeah, I'm kind of like, I want to play the game that I want to play because it's cool, and I want to play the army I want to play because it's cool, and I want to run units I want to run because they're cool. And then people, and then it's not optimal, it's not a very good unit. I'm like, I don't care, it's cool. I have fond memories of reading White Dwarf cover to cover for lore and old school combat. Yeah, exactly. I think these hobbies should just always be treated as fun narrative wargaming first. And I don't think that's even just Games Workshop's focus, if I'm being honest. And that makes me sad. I think in the recent years, in general, there's been far too much focus, specifically in 40k, there's been far too much focus on competitive play for my personal preferences and my personal love. I'm not saying tournament players are evil, or tournament scene is ruining the game, or I'm not going to try and do some nonsense clickbait that says Warhammer 40k is dying. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just talking about my own preference and what I love the game for. And why I think most people found the channel in the first instance, to be fair. It's not about the latest and most broken. It's not about pivoting to the latest Knights Codex because people can't beat it. It's about enjoying the hobby for the hobby. I'm trying to get back to that now. Sometimes it doesn't help either that I am surrounded by people like Joe and Paddy who really enjoy events, and they shouldn't, you know, that shouldn't change. They really enjoy events, they really enjoy tournaments, they really enjoy being competitive, and that kind of encourages me. Quite easily led in that regard. But I don't think it's what I really care about, so. But hey, there you go. That's a bit about my mindset right now. Hey, it's not like a downer. This is a positive in the whole. This is why I'm, you know, sat here currently building a luminous spearhead. And I adore the Lumineth models, and I adore the Eldar models. And I was getting to a point where I was even getting frustrated at model ranges. Like, oh, they're too complicated. I'm like, it's a fucking hobby. I think I'd love a tournament more, Andy, if it was the only way I was getting good games in. But I'm quite lucky because of the channel and the studio and the people that I play with that I don't need a tournament. I don't have a bad experience with them. That's not my point. I have good experiences. I then just get carried away. I need to, if I'm going to go to tournaments, I need to go and not focus too much on trying to be competitive or trying to win or that nonsense. I may still end up playing Beachhead because I quite like Beachhead because it's so chilled. Well, this is my point, Andy, right? My issue here isn't tournaments. I still think Games Workshop has spent too much energy and effort focusing on competitive play over narrative play. I think they should, in my opinion, spend some time looking at the narrative state of the game as well as the competitive state. Not in place of necessarily, but as well as. And I'm not saying that tournaments are bad. This is my point specifically. I'm not saying tournaments are bad. I'm just saying that...
Would a narrative event be better, and if so, what would make it peak for you?
No, I don't. Again, this is all personal. Thank you, Tack, for the £5. This is all personal preference, right? I've been to some narrative events, and narrative events are mostly not narrative events. Narrative events are mostly just a tournament dressed up as a narrative event, and people don't really have unless heavy restrictions are placed by event organisers, people typically aren't particularly good at winding back and building narrative forces. They're just not. People are more keen on dialing things in. I've been to narrative tournaments where players have come in with lists designed to absolutely curb stomp their opponent. And I'm like, that's not the narrative. You're just turning up for a win here. So narrative events don't really do it for me. Mostly for me, it's about just playing with mates, you know? Just like, it's just about chilling out with mates. Like, one of the things that used to get my hobby mojo up when I was back painting my own armies before the channel, one of the things that got my hobby mojo working most was, for example, playing with Grey. Now, I'm never going to allow us to play with Grey on the channel. But playing with Grey is something that meant, for me personally, it improved my want and desire to paint and build certain models. Because I'd build something, get to play with it, and be like, that might sit on a shelf for a bit. Build something else, get to play with it. Yeah, that's good. Then I might start painting it. Back when I shot horror, I actually painted my own stuff. And we would just be like, 2,000 points, yeah, cool, let's play. I love that. I miss that. narrative events often end up with the worst curb stompings because some people turn up with a narrative list and some people turn up to win, and then the disparity between the armies is so big that someone has a bad time. For tournaments specifically, my favourite thing is organising and running. I love doing organising and running. I love a room full of people playing Warhammer, enjoying themselves, that I've kind of orchestrated. I really like doing that. I'll be excited when Hobby House gets off the ground. Oh, go for 100 people. Go on, lads. And lasses, for that matter. Thank you, everyone, for joining me whilst I'm building my Luminous Spearhead. My members marathon is probably not working. The lore for me, Scott, is difficult to get into at the moment. I'm struggling. So like Battletome snapshot lore is fine. I can consume that okay. Proper lore is difficult. So I'm currently listening to The End of Enlightenment, which is a Luminous Realm Lords book. And I am enjoying it, but it is hard. But I think it's mostly just hard because I just don't know the universe very well. I find 40k books really easy to get into because I know the universe quite well. Very easy for me to picture what an orc looks like or what an Eldar looks like. It's very difficult for me to picture what a specific Ossiarch bone shaper or whatever they're called is, for example, because I don't know what they are. Not done a great job of that. I wonder if there's another one. There is another one. Let's see if I can clean this one up better. Thank you, Whitey, and thank you, Rama Clock, for one gifted each. Love you, people. Put that to one side just in case I still need it, and it's not even harder. The little connection point down here, I trimmed a bit too much of it off. Didn't look very high off and symmetrical. This is kind of going the same way though. What a terrible place to pick a connection point. better. Done a better job. Righty. It's definitely better than the other one, so we'll take that as a net win. AOS is amazing. If you're coming from 40k fantasy, I can see why there is resistance. I'm not resistant, I'm open to it, I'm keen to it. I'm just unfamiliar with it. And the unfamiliarity means that when you start to kind of dive into the lore and the narrative and it's describing things, I don't know what it's talking about. And then it becomes a bit kind of alien. And it's not, I wouldn't call it off-putting, it just makes you go, I don't know what that is, I don't understand. And, you know, fear of the unknown and all that. If I don't understand something, it makes it quite hard for me to kind of dive into it. So I'm trying to take the time now to learn about things and stuff and things. I'm getting there. I am getting there. Some terrible sprue points on some of these pieces. With 40k lism and I'll be in debt on that credit card. Considering how long it's taken me to make a single man, I don't know if it's a good sign. A good estimate that I'll be able to build the box in a day. I'm not feeling it's not feeling promising right now. I've been told repeatedly I'm too fussy about things like mold lines. I can't be the only one though that does this. Nothing worse than spraying a model, starting to put some paint on it, and seeing a big clip mark or a honking great big mold line. Thanks to you, Daily John. I had a moment of weakness and got both Saturnine and the Heresy 2.0 box. Good man. Good man. I think both boxes are great. Standard way to build models, clip them clean with a hobby knife. Always clip the model knives. Yeah, see, I've got criticised for it. You're too fussy. You want your models too clean. Fucking right, dude. You might have to pay for them. If I'm paying this much money, I want them to be near perfect. Yeah, I do that when I change my blades. the first couple of weeks, I just have constantly cut thumbs because I often cut into my own thumb like that when I'm removing things for control. When there's a new blade on, my god. Almost looks like I've been self-harming. Is there anything more elvish than bows and arrows? I also had a moment of weakness. Went to London with the wife for a show. Stumbled across the Element Game Shop on Drury Lane. Went in the next morning and took the wife so she could tell me no. She didn't. Good wife. How the fuck does this attach? Homemade wrap, look at that. Banging. More coffee. Right, we've nearly done the champion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 for the sentinels. Is it because I'm not updating it? Is that why you aren't fucking throwing them at me? Or has this month already run out of steam? The shoulder paddle in. The day of ones or something. Stefan, thank you for the one gifted. You missed Jay? I missed Jay. Perfect natural to miss Joe, Carl, but you have to remember, he chose to take some time off and leave you, and I didn't. I'll try and sort this camera out. That's brighter, isn't it? That's better. Thank you, Stefan, for the one. We're actually on 5. Power Pilgrim's doubled it. Thank you, Power Pilgrim, for the 5 gifted memberships. You're a hero. Fucking legend. If I thought for a minute he had even remotely close to the confidence to set one up, I might be slightly concerned. I'm not concerned. Boo, boo, boo. Oh, I didn't need those leg pieces after all. I'm very glad I didn't throw them away. Thank you, Pilgrim. Anyway, you're a legend. Thank you for the 550, dude. We're on 10. Has anyone converted the DGSC dirtiness dudes? What are they? Oh, dirt bike dudes. That makes more sense. I haven't. Never built a GSC model in my life. Have you come across Trench Crusade yet? No, I know what it is. I've heard of it. I haven't played it. I have zero interest in playing it. The Trench Crusade themselves, the Trench Crusade crew themselves, basically made it so that I don't ever want to try it, quite honestly. I'm back from vacation and sad about it. Where did you go? Oh, did you vacay? Looking to convert them into Aussies. You need some like kangaroo riders. Universal theme parks in Orlando. Jesus. Fancy bastard. You fancy bastard. Mr. the Strumming Fish, after going to Orlando, then drops 5 of the finest gifted memberships. Thank you so much, mate. I can only imagine how close to bankruptcy you must be after Orlando Studios, so, you know, appreciate you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Excuse me. Dying. Oh, there we go. It's better. Coffee fixes everything. Hey, 42. Building is my least favourite part of the hobby. Good luck today. I don't mind the building part. I don't mind building at all, quite honestly. Go and get Carla Brew. I need to prove, but the kid's too young to make it for me. Only one way to get him to learn, Carl. Every failure is a step on the learning ladder. You thought about basing for these yet? No. Why? Miss Nick. I've got a bunch of very nice looking plants and flower stuff from a company that I don't remember. Pretty something like that. What I haven't figured out yet, Nick, is the colours I'm going to use to paint these. I'm very torn. I'm very torn, and I'll explain. Since you're actually, having a level of faith. On the one hand, there's colours I could paint that I know I can do well, and I know I can get on quickly. And I think the army will look nice. And I think it will look unique as a Lumineth army. Which is All beneficial, all good stuff. On the flip side, there's the Lumineth colour scheme that I want to do because it's very high elf. I don't know whether I go down the custom paint scheme route and do something that I know and is trusted, which I'm very tempted to do, or whether that will then make me go, I wish I'd done them actual Lumineth colours, you know. So I don't really know what to do. Altharion is incredible. One of the best models ever made. I've got him here somewhere. Yeah, exactly like Nick, yeah. I've got some ideas. My first job is to build and paint this spearhead. That's step one. And I don't have a great track record. And I've got paperwork on my desk next to me for Hobby House to sign. And when that gets going, it's going to eat a lot of time, so... See, I'm quite torn at the moment. Oh, you're good to pester me, Scott. All you want. Anyone can. Have a good sleep, they did. Yeah, I do need all those people. I absolutely need all those people, but all those people come with the additional problems of cost. Problem is cost, mate. Hey, Cumulus. Yeah, we do have Discord, yes. You can get into it, and you'll see some of it, but you won't see much of it unless you're a member, I'm afraid, sir. Exclamation mark Discord will get you the link. There's loads of bonuses in there, by the way. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm enjoying these. Life was definitely easier when I was a kid and I didn't worry about mold lines. It was definitely an easy time to exist. I haven't looked at what they put on Warcom yet, Nick, so it's hard to comment. This feels quite fragile. This is fiddly to get this cleaned up. I will look at chat in a minute, I'm just concentrating at the moment. Because one false move and you snap the arrow off the end of this. And that is a surefire way to get me to throw a temper tantrum and quit. There's actually mold lines on the top of the arrow as well. Be very gentle. Very gentle. Okay, that'll do. I'm going to accept that that's that for that, I think. I'm not excited about this bit in a minute. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, cool. Just having a break from Spearhead. The dice just gone. Freddy, dirty, and there are tears. Oh dear. You'll be right, Fred. Played Spearhead for the first time on the weekend and really enjoyed it. It is a good little game. It's a great little game, is Spearhead. Bad thing is I'm now looking to start playing AOS as I've started an Orc army for 40k. Why is that a bad thing? You should gift 5 memberships whilst you decide. Mr. Khan the Betrayer, welcome to Yartir, what a legend. Yartirs get a monthly giveaway chat. It's in the Discord. And you enter for free if you are a Yartir or above. And if you win a combat patrol box or spearhead box. Well, actually what I do is I basically get you a voucher for the equivalent value to a combat patrol box or spearhead box. You don't have to have a combat patrol box. I'd always prefer you spend it on combat patrol boxes. You don't have to do that. Stu, thank you for the 1 gifted. Slow day. Any news on AOS games? I'm waiting until Joe gets back from his leave and we're going to sit down and talk about it. I have ideas. It's going to involve buy-in from the wife. I have ideas. It not only does it require buy-in from the wife, it requires buy-in from Joe as well. Isn't Joe's fundraiser AOS? It's whatever he wants it to be, but there's going to have to be an element of AOS in it because he's got to dress up. How fucking great these little models are. I need to put my membership window. Put it there. Undock it somewhere. That makes me sound. Put it there. Bow and arrow man. What armies do start? No, well, what I'm thinking is we might do, if both Lucy and Joe agree to it, which is massive if, chat, we might do Mortal Realms Mondays. We don't lose any 40k games. And then I'd need someone to run the deck for me. Luce wants to run the deck. So Luce can deck on Mondays for us every week. Because she'll have a level of competence on the deck. She'll be there if we need to stand in for 40k streams. And eventually, to start with, it'll just be Joe and I playing AOS on Mondays. This is my... By the way, I haven't talked to either of them about this yet. I'm just announcing it live, trying to get you guys excited, because we're on 17 members and 15, 20 pounds in super chats, right? And I'm quite hype about it right now, but apparently you lot might not be. Which is fine. I guess that's okay. Just finished building my last forge stream for my new Wild Eaters army. I have to try and pry them outside and 40 mile gas. Wish me luck. Good luck. The bold move going for the prime anyway.
There was a guy killed in Belfast last week when a pile of books fell on him. Police said he only had his shelf to blame.
Gets excited for super chat. Sees it's Stu. Thinks it'd probably be a funny joke. Not disappointed. Ah, little goober. Isn't he cool? One down. Many to go. Thank you, Stu, for the 5. Legend. Love you. 37, 36, 38. Six, 37, 38. Apparently, there's Underworld's Lumineth White and Blues was a right ball ache, wouldn't do a white army. Don't. That leads me towards not doing white and blues. Don't. What's worse than knocking over a pot of Nolan oil? Knocking over a pot of Tamiya ultra thin glue. Facts. My members marathon isn't very marathon-y, is it? I might have to take the members part out of the title. Otherwise it's currently false advertising. It isn't a sprint, you are right, but little bursts of energy are greatly appreciated. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, Nick. I'm here building this anyway, so you know. Oh, Daddy arrived. Connie, hey, thank you for the 5 gifted. You're a legend, Daddy John. Thank you for 20 gifted. Fucking legends. Whitey, thank you for one more. Here we go. I've always wanted to do like members marathon targets. I see people having like lots of success for those on streams where they're like, we'll stay on for longer if we hit these numbers, each member's worth. And I never know where to gauge it or what to judge, because I also know that you lot are fucking flat evil. And you'd have me fucking still sat here building at 3 o'clock in the morning. Which is obviously part of the point. But it also needs to be something that's like realistic, you know? Thank you, you fucking wonderful sex pigs, though. Oh, no, wrong one. Thank you, Dempsey Mechanic, for 1 gifted. Legends, one and all. don't know how I'd make it work though because of dragons. I'm sure there's like integrations I can use, but I can't even get an automatic members tracker to work. Days. Oh my god, I think I could do that. I think that'd break me. I like my sleep too much. We talk about like members marathons and the way they work and stuff like that. And Stu said Warhammer Dave played a game of 30,000 points. Only took 3 days.
Oh my god.
I know, yeah.
I've just had a mini breakthrough moment.
Yeah?
I successfully did, without the use of a calculator, 57% of 96.
Okay.
And times the decimal places correctly, which I have no shame in saying that me and decimal places have not been friends for a long time because they just move about too much. And I was explaining to Jim Jam earlier the chocolate bar thing that you showed me way back in COVID when you said essentially any number is 100% of a 10-piece chocolate bar. So if you take each 10%, like for example 57% of 96, the 96 chocolate bar is the 100% because that's its full value.
Yeah. And
then 10% of that is 9.6. So when you need the 7%, you do 0.967 times.
Yeah.
And then add all those together.
Easy, isn't it, when you know how?
It is. And that's really frustrating when you're looking at little eyes that are getting quite teary and you're going, how do I break this down when I'm not entirely sure myself? And then maths anxiety comes creeping in from your childhood because you either had a super old school teacher or you just learned to sit at the back because maths isn't your jam. So I'll just wait for drama. It's fine. And I remembered this morning James had a brain teaser and it was something like person A wants to buy a bike and he has £300, but the bike value is only 65% of the £300. And I was even coaching myself like, don't panic everybody, it's the chocolate bar. Let's just draw a chocolate bar. I don't care if you're 42 resitting your maths, draw the chocolate bar. Nobody says you can't. And I was just sat there with Ben and I was like, ooh, those decimal places, that will come up soon. So while he was doing fractions, I just got a bit of paper and I thought, you know when you kind of just start to apply logic and you think, I think that will work because of these maths rules that you taught me ages ago.
Oh my god, Matt O'Reilly. Thank you for 20 gifted, you legend. Fucking dancer. Thank you, Matt. How you doing, sir? Yeah, I was originally talking about how can I turn members into minutes and make it work, but there's no way in my mind that it works nicely. Because what I don't want to do is like, for every member, we'll stay on for an extra minute. Right. And then we get 3 members. I'm like, cool, it's a short show today. So that doesn't work. And then if you go like every member is 5 minutes, that gets fucking hectic fast.
Yeah.
Because 10 members is then 50 minutes. So like, it's just hard. How do you get it to work? So
Yeah.
I haven't really figured that one out yet.
No.
Yeah, I'm just thinking out loud. Because we're only on 64 right now, you see.
64, 64, 64 Zoo Lane.
And with only like 20 quid in super chat so far. Although obviously with a great Stu Will joke mixed in there. But hey, I'm happy. I'm just building my little my little elf men. With bows and arrows instead of guns. What's not to love?
Right, I'm getting on the bus in a minute.
That's wanker.
Yeah.
How long are you out for?
I'm going to try and get it done as quick as possible.
How long do I have to self-parent for?
I'm tired.
I don't know how you
Forever.
slept a lot last night.
You have to self-parent forever.
Solo parent is what I meant to say.
Oh. Also forever.
Set a timer, say 2 hours. Every 50 members, you reset the timer. Something like that makes more sense. But I need to have an actual timer thing that automatically updates. Hope we're all going well. We are, Matt. We're doing well. I'm quite chipper at the moment. I'm sad that we don't have a game, but Tom's poorly and health comes first. And I get to sit and build a spearhead for a day, which makes me quite happy.
I will be quite pissed off if you were like, no, Tom, it's fine, come in. And then me and the boys got COVID off of you, off of Tom. I would be quite
I'd be pissed off if I got COVID, so...
Yeah.
Fuck you and the boys. It's even as a self-preservation method. Before you go, is there any chance I can have a nice cup of tea? Nice cup of strong tea. Is that something we can do? Or
yes.
oh my god, Matt. He did 20 and then he did 50 loose.
That's because he liked my story about time being desperate.
It must be, yeah. It must be your maths-based story that really dragged him in there. Matt, thank you so much for 50 gifted, you fucking sexy human. Unbelievable, Tackers. Unbelievable, Tackers. Matt, thank you so much. Absolute legend, mate. Ungodly hour. Yeah, we had an Australian in earlier. It was like, it's such and such past 11. That was on. Be like Matt, chat. Be like Matt. Hashtag be like Matt. I hope Joe is texting his hopes. Are people not bored of Joe Hopes? Midnight now and upside down. Is it the same time across the whole of Australia? In a world where bows and arrows rule, the Skaven choose nuclear weapons, guns and trident. I like Skaven quite a lot. I've got the launch box half of Skaven saved for myself in the studio. I've never got around to doing it. At the moment, my focus is build a spearhead. If I build this spearhead, I think I have got enough to probably play some games with Joe off of camera with grey plastic. Midnight. Oh, okay. Do you know, it always blows me away how many Australians we actually attract. Is it because I say the word cunt a lot? Is that what it is, chat? Is that what it is?
Ben's so sweet.
Why?
He's just said to me, Mum, the next time you make wraps, can you not burn them, please?
It's a reasonable.
What a prick.
It's a reasonable request. Oh, it's had about 4 times those, is it? I didn't think it would have all one time though. It's the swearing. Okay, well, good. As long as I know it's the quality of content. Three hours difference from one coast of Oz to another Aussie here. Look at that. See, they're everywhere. These bowmen are fucking cool, by the way. I don't care what anyone says. Fucking sick. Fucking sick. Thank you.
Okay, right, I'm off.
You're off skis.
I'm off.
See you in a bit.
See you later, boys.
She said.
Down here if you need something.
She said, "See you later, boys." See you later, boys. Oh no! What the fuck? Right, we're going to leave him. Let that sprue goo dry. And hopefully strengthen that bow up. He can be done later. Oh, don't watch me for techniques, Jesus. Okay, we're gonna have to. So we've sprue-gooed this bow and arrow here. There's a chunk missing from that arrow. So that's some sprue goo. I'm gonna let it dry. It means it's got a weird bulge in it for the moment. We'll let it dry and settle, and see if I can maybe trim it down lately. With the, I'm clearly Irish and drunk and argumentative. Oh, well, I mean, yeah. Welcome. Welcome to the club. So we're going to have to move on to other ones for now. That's tragic. Is the count wrong? The count is wrong, yeah. Sorry, man. I forgot to add your Billy. Oh, she's made an utterly dreadful cup of tea. My God, that's bad. I might have to remake that tea, I'll be honest, chat. I might have to disappear for literally a second and make a fresh one. Put that to that side there so it can dry. In a sensible place. You go for it, I've told her myself. Look, right. What colour do you call that? Can't tell me that's tea colour. Sam, thank you for the 5 gifted. Absolute legend. That's not tea. That's not tea. Right, the kettle should be freshly boiled. Right, I'll be back. Muddy puddle, thank you, exactly. It's not tea. It's not, this isn't tea. Stop it. That's the colour. That's the colour. I hear nothing more on the subject, okay?
This is my path. This is the way. Follow me, and you will bask in praise.
On this milky shite. You're not even supposed to put milk in tea, I'll be honest.
This is my path. This is the way. Follow me, and you will bask in praise.
Shocking behaviour from you lot, honestly.
This is my path. This is the way. This is my path. This is the way. Follow me, and you will bask in praise.
It's the right colour, chat. That's what it is. Alright? I said it already. I'll hear nothing more on the subject. But then I also don't really like milky anything. Like, I'm a big coffee fan. I don't really like lattes because it's just fucking milk, isn't it?
This is my path. This is the way.
Literally just milk.
Follow me, and you will bask in
I really wanted to get into artisanal coffee. I wanted to get my own coffee machine. You know how much they cost? Slumming? Pfft, get out. I have Yorkshire tea bags at the studio and I have PG tips back here. I know which one I prefer. Yeah, I wanted to get into artisanal coffee. I wanted to buy a fancy coffee machine. But they're a few £100s. And then you've got to learn how to use them properly and stuff. A few £100. So, you know, exclamation mark chat. Fucking love my hot drinks. Heading to bed to watch the stream there. 5 Templars built, that's good enough. Well done, mate. Progress is progress. And I never had proper chai. Carl. Is it Birmingham tea? No, it's PG Tips. Aeropress. We have an Aeropress. No, well, we have a cafeteria. We don't have an Aeropress. Yeah, I do want a proper coffee machine. I was looking at buying one, and then everyone's bills went up, and the revenue went all over the place. So it's not high on the list of priorities. It's a want more than a need. Also, our kitchen sides are covered in fucking Lucy's gadgets for making things. I bought one gadget for the kitchen side. One gadget. Right. Two of those. Okay. Seems easy enough. The 22 and 21 times 2. Can't decide between Soulblight Gravelords and Gloomspite Gits. If I had a pick out of those two, I would pick Soulblight Gravelords. Personally, that's where I would go. Just my own preference. I don't think there's a reason for it. When is the Go Fun Joe stream? I don't know. When he gets back from his holiday, we're going to pick a date. I'm not doing it all for him. It's for his fucking breakaway. Late fee incoming. I mean, you're quite late, so... Thanks for the one gifted, Evan. You're a legend. Thank you so much, dude. What a hero. I'll add that one on in a second. I'll just clean these bits up. It's not to be knocked though, that one gifted. It does get us a nice round 120, which makes me happy. I have to be stingy. Oh, it's fine. Electively unemployed? Stingy, we do. We use that word over here a lot. Got to the end of season 4 of Game of Thrones last night, chat. Now, I've watched all but the last episode before, so one of the reasons why I'm doing it again is because in years gone by, when it was coming out on the TV, I watched it religiously every week, and if I was working because I was on nights or something like that, I would record it on my Sky Planner thingy before the days of all these streaming services, and I fucking wouldn't touch social media. So, you know, I then, for some reason, I don't know why, on the last ever episodes, I looked at social media, despite the fact that I was, I didn't clean this one. Despite the fact that I was religiously not looking. For some reason, this one occasion I looked, and it was just like massively hit with criticism, and it was terrible, and what a dreadful way to end the series. And I never watched the last episode. Legend.
Hello team.
Thank you so much, Dave. A super chat. A super chat's amazing. We're up to £26. Oh dear. Super chats are normally slow on Tuesdays anyway, but this is a whole new level. Mr. Khan the Betrayer, thank you for the one gifted. So yeah, so I never watched the final episode, and I've never seen how it ends. I don't really know truthfully how it ends now, because I've never looked, right? Cumulus, thank you for upgrading to Yarltir. So I thought, I'm going to start watching it again. I'm going to try and carve out some time. So I sit there with my laptop on my lap, working away in the living room with Game of Thrones on. And Luce has never watched any of it, right? She started watching it with me to the point where originally she wasn't interested, and now it's like, don't watch another episode unless I'm available. We just watched the end of season 4 last night, so it's quite interesting seeing her reaction, because she obviously doesn't know what happens, and I know most of what happens. You ruined your even number, Mr. Evan. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Did the new Thane get himself in Discord? No, Discord, WhatsApp. I'm lucky that I've never read the books, so when people say it's rubbish because compared to the books, that's not a thing I have to worry about. At least I feel like that makes me lucky from what I've heard. $11, 12 and 10. Two, three, and 4. And then we need shoulder pads 29. 29. B29. And bows 20. Sorry, arrow packs 20. That's a 20. I do like that these are more fiddly. Like, I'm a fan of that. despite the fact they're quite prone to breaking. So there is something wildly satisfying about Space Marines. So these shoulder pads, it's telling me 29s, but there is no 29s. There's lots of ones. 1 1 1 1, there's 4 ones. Some 16s. Wait, does it matter? Or ones. 29 29. 29 29. Ones are on squares. What's the shoulders? Squares. So we don't want 29s because they're circles. That's a lie. We want ones. What are the arms here? 13 and 17. 13 squares. What's 17? It's not like Games Workshop's instructions to be wrong. 17's also squares. One. The ones that are circles are quite literally the ones we don't need. That's interesting, isn't it? Ones fit. There's what, 2 ones there, 2 ones there. There's 16s which are an odd shape as well. That's a 50. 16. 16. It's got fucking 6 shoulders I need shoulder pads for. Oh, fuck you, Games Workshop. 29s don't fit because they're round. One, 2. Fucking hell. So what we've got, right? We've got instructions that tell us every shoulder pad's 29 for all 6 models. Okay, 29s in here, if you guys can see, I've got a rounded hole where they mount onto the model. The arms that are mounted, these shoulder pads are mounted onto, I've got a square mounting point. There, that's a square. All right, so the square peg round hole. All right. If we look at number 1s on the sprue, number 1s have square hole. Number 16s have odd shaped hole. Not quite square hole. But even then, they're not flush, are they? And they fit. But we only have 4 shoulder pads that are number 1s. We have 2 that are number 29s. And we have 2 that are number 16s. What are the troops called? They're Aurelian Sentinels, I think. That's a bit fucked, isn't it? Buckshot, thank you for 5 gifted. How's it going, Joe? This is... what the fuck? So 2 of these are clearly 16s. So we've got to work out which ones they are first. 2 of them are clearly 16s. Which, looking at it, would be the 17s, logically. The 17s would go on the 16s, looking at the shapes of the mountain points. So they are these last guys. So these have got to be 16s. think these have got to be ones. I think that's how it's going to work. That's what makes sense to me. Let's go with that. Thank you, Buckshot. Anyway, you're a legend. Get ready for the last day of work for you. For how long? How long are you off for? Are you at the first game of the season, Joe? Are you at Wrexham? Getting up to the frozen north. Ugh. Boo. A wedding on Saturday, that sucks as well. I'll have a beer for you, mate. Got a paint scheme idea. Chat. I have 6. I'm going to be riding the bike over because the weather's supposed to be nice. So I shan't be having 6. Don't forget the rules. 5 and drive. And if you're visiting the UK anytime soon, chat, that is absolutely not the law. This music's quite apt, isn't it? Very elven. I have shouted at Evan and told her to shut the fuck up. She's such a grumpy old bitch now. What spearhead is it? Spearhead is this? It's the Lumineth Realm Lord Spearhead. Which aesthetically, and I can't say from a gaming perspective, but aesthetically is my most favourite AOS range of all of them. And there's so many fucking beautiful ranges, so you know it's quite the accolade for it to be a favourite for someone. I think the Lumineth range is utterly stunning. Ew, why? I've decided that I need to focus on AOS on one single faction, learning the rules, you know, all that kind of stuff. And the Lumineth has always been my favourite. But then I'm an Eldar fanboy for 40k, so you know. Hardest to paint? Yeah, I think so. I think they're up there as one of the hardest to paint. I hate dry brushing, Sammy. I don't like dry brushing. I never dry brush. Well, that's a lie. I dry brush basing material. The problem with me and painting, it's not the technique, it's not a lack of ability, not even a lack of desire. I'm so fussy about how I paint. I take ages on a single model. I can happily put it down for weeks and months and then pick it up again to finish it off. It makes army painting a challenge. I'm so fussy. Will it pick it up? I wonder if you can see all the edging that's going into that. It just takes me ages to do stuff. But I'm okay with it taking me ages if I get a result that I want. Don't let people believe you that I can't paint. Don't let people lead you to believe, I should say, I can't paint. False narrative. If they tell you that I don't paint very often, true narrative. I'm thinking about mixing one of my favourite loves into this army, though. We're talking about paint schemes. I'm thinking at the moment in my head about painting the Lumineth in the colours of Simhan Elder. That's what I'm currently thinking. Mostly red robes, white plumes, white helmets. Literally only had the idea whilst I've been sat here today. Oh, hey Josh. How's it going, my little sex pig? Yeah, I'm thinking about Simhan Lumineth. I was really nervous about not fitting the lore for AOS, but I think I'm mostly at my happiest when I'm making up my own lore. So I think that's a nice, because I love painting red. It's my favourite colour to paint. I love it. And I love the Simhan scheme. So I might do some kind of variation on Simhan. Red robes, white plumes. I might do like black underrobes. So where you see here, you've got like an outer robe area and an underrobe area. I might do the underrobe black, the outer robe red. The armour I need to figure out. Probably white. Plumes white, maybe helmets black. Something like that. Not sure if that's the right shoulder pad. But it's on. On is on. Such a forgiving colour. Red's a lovely colour to paint. I love painting red. It's my favourite. Top tip for red, right? Shade, brown. I shade my reds with Rhinox hide. Honestly, beautiful. Even if I do say so myself. Purple also works very nicely, yeah. 100%. Purple does work, but honestly, super thin Rhinox, turn it into a wash, put it in the recesses, thank me later. Painting white, good friend of mine taught me that the best shade for painting white is to use super thinned Thunderhawk blue. And they were not wrong. Beautiful.
In the land of Norway there lived two Viking warriors named Thor and Espen. These two friends had grown up in the small village of Stavanger, where they had heard tales of the great land beyond the fjords, filled with untold treasures and adventures. They had dreamt of sailing the seas and exploring new lands, and this was their chance. So they packed their belongings and said their goodbyes to their families and friends, and stepped on board the longship. As they set sail from the fjord,
I don't think we're going to get through the whole box in a day.
the ship sailed forward. The sea was calm and the sun shone bright. The Vikings on board sang songs of valor and glory, their spirits soaring high with the promise of adventure. Days passed and the ship sailed further out to sea. Then one morning they saw a great whale reach the surface, its tail flapping in the water. The Vikings marveled at the sight, for they knew it was a good omen. They took it as a sign that the gods were watching over them and would guide them safely on their journey. As they continued sailing, they knew they were heading for the land of fire and ice, a land of great mystery and danger. But they were
Not sure that much red would look right on them. It won't be like the whole thing won't be red.
and they were brave and fearless.
Carry on Thursday. Yeah, there'll be a Thursday hobby lunchtime show again,
So sailing,
where I'd imagine I'll be doing more of these. I was hoping to have had the paints out by that point, but we'll see.
the land was covered
It depends how much I can bust through tomorrow as well.
like jagged teeth.
I've got admin to do tomorrow though.
The Vikings knew they had reached their destination. With hearts pounding, they steered the longship towards the shore. As they docked, Thor
The weather's nice on Thursday and there's no evening stream because I've got no people. I might like to go to bike night
explored this new land, and so
in
veteran
my local area,
set
but
out
we'll see.
in the unknown, ready to face any challenge that lay ahead. For they were Vikings, and they were destined for greatness.
The Elder scheme you said is majoritively red. Yeah, but yeah, it is. But that won't work on these. So you'd have to apply it in a way that makes sense and doesn't just drown them in red. So again, if you look at these guys, right? So if we make this outer skirt red here, the inner skirt would have to be a different color, possibly a black. The armor would have to be a different color, possibly a white. I don't know. I'd have to have a look. Not sure. We use Simhan as the inspiration. We don't. I don't think you can copy it.
and set out to discover the land of fire and ice. Gather all you need and head for the sacred stones. Farewell, my love.
I'd have to try it out and figure things out.
May the gods be with you. Take care of Henry.
May the gods watch over you and keep you safe.
I like the concept though. I like the idea.
Espen, far and wide and learn the secret of man.
Brothers, as you set sail for the land of fire and ice, know that I will be with you in spirit. Though I cannot join you on this journey, my heart will be with you, always. If fate is not allowed to meet again in this life, then we shall reunite in the great halls of Valhalla, where we will feast and fight together in eternal glory.
Also an option for you, yeah.
Keep pushing forward, brothers. We are almost there.
I wonder.
Look over there. The ship.
Toshiba.
So, I mean, that's quite a cool scheme, that. That's quite nice. I like that a lot already. White helmet, white armor, gold, red shoulder pads, white undercoat, red outer. Like, this is spot on. This is, like, already what I had in mind. I don't know where that's from. It's from Reddit.
This land is like nothing we ever seen before.
It's like we've arrived in a whole new world.
We must explore this land. Who knows what treasures and
That's quite nice.
await us.
You're right, Thor. Let's see what this land has to offer. This land is truly...
That, see, that for me is probably, for me personally, that's probably too much red. I reckon. That probably falls into the category that you were talking about earlier, I'd guess. That's quite nice. I'd probably change the yellow there, the orange there with the white, but that's quite nice. That's quite nice. The Venari 2 times down. This. This is my favourite. How fucking beautiful these model ranges are. How cool he is. This is what I do for inspiration, you see. That doesn't look too bad though. I quite like the amount of red on that. That's quite nice. I quite like that. Anyway. That's what I do. I go looking for inspiration. I am aware, specifically with these guys, that they are going to be a nightmare to do. Built. But if I sub-assembly them to paint them, I'm never going to get them done. So we're just going for it. Anyway, there we go. That was my idea. So I've now shared a secret with you. You can all share your members with me. Is that how it works? I think that's how it works. If you could paint Lumineth, specifically chat, in colour combos, answers on postcards, because we're at 26 quid, right? So I'm going to try and make it fun. Answers on postcards. Would be ideal for me right now. Oh, water. Love water. Getting hot sat here as well at the moment, and the windows are open. Almost made 5. No one tell Nick I'm enjoying this.
Black armor, gold trim, purple cloaks / robes, pale skin. Hit the vibes of dark paladins in Shaiish, realm of death.
I quite like that. That's cool.
Blood elf theme, red and black with gold trim. Loved the theme from WoW.
Wow. I love how he says that. Yeah, I think like combinations of this is where I'm going to go, I think. Trim the shit off the feet.
My world eaters are red/brass with some white/blue, my SBGL purple and red, my Necrons steel/blue/gold. My LRL would be green/silver, I think.
Green, interesting. Green's interesting. $24 and $25. Thank you anyway, people. We've basically almost doubled the super chats because of you, the wonderful humans. Appreciate you very much. I think we may have rescued this. Oh, have we rescued this arrow? I don't know what I'm going to do about this guy. I might have to see if the other arm combo fits. This is going to be a bold move, Cotton. The way he said wow is pretty special, isn't it? Let's be honest. Yeah, I'm currently using Sprue to sort of add some material to it at the same time. And then once that sets a bit, I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't set at a weird angle. But there is a spare bow and arrow, and I don't know if it fits the torso, is the downside. So hopefully the spare will fit. We can cut the bits out and sort of dry fit it and see. So yeah, we'll see if we can figure out a way of saving it. I'm not particularly impressed when you get that sort of shit out of a box and it's already broken. That annoys me. Hey, hey. Go on, lads. Go on, the lads. 14, 13, and 15. So here's number 14. Here's number 13. Here's number 15. You also need number 23. What is the arm? Be another number 1 for the shoulder pad, without doubt. And a cheeky Swede. Otherwise known as a head. That particular piece of sprue is now dead. Top work. Top bananas. How we doing, chat? Am I best off stopping the stream for a while, or should I just keep going? What are we saying? Stop and come back this evening, or I'll just keep going for another half hour or so. I'm working into the Lord's work as background noise. Thanks, mate.
Don't know how I would paint Lumineth, but I want to paint my Seraphim black and purple like poison dart frogs.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. We should move it away from Lumineth. We should say, if you could pick any faction from Age of Sigmar or Warhammer 40k, and any colour scheme to go together that isn't like a chapter specific or whatever, what would it be? So I don't want like Dark Angels, green, bone, and Ravenwing black. I want like Seraphon and Poison Dart Frogs is a great example. It's quite interesting. Grace Fumble, I'll be back this evening when I decide whether to keep painting my salamanders or start building my Votan finally. Ta-ta for now. Have a good one, dude. I'm still sitting and painting. How's it going, Reverend? Slowly. Two more finished there. What are you painting? I'm working on a Necron army with Deadpool style colours. That's cool. To go by Friday night. Why? What's Friday night? I mean, I assume a game, but like a friendly, a league, a... "2K Cities of Sigma." Ooh. I think they're harder to paint than fucking Lumineth. I do like the cities range. Oh, a Big Bad Rob. So much detail, yeah, exactly. That is my point. One of my favourite models I've ever painted is my my Eldrad for the Eldar. I don't feel like these guys have got much more in the way of detail than him. But cities, my lord. Lastadar Stormcaster, Terracotta and Jade. Looks banging, but she somewhat moves on to Knitting Crochet. Knitting Stormcaster is an interesting choice. I love these little dudes. Oh, super cool. Super cool. Get all 10 done. You all feel like you've all run out of energy though, chat, I'll be honest. Which is fine, I understand. $24 more gifted and I'll finish these 10 on stream now. Gets to 150. Oh, also, just don't panic. If I finish the stream for this particular one, that's not the day done. I'll be back this evening. I'm not doing an evening show. And it'll be more of this. We've done 6. I thought I'd fly through these today, I'll be honest. we think that other bow and arrow will fit on the guy who's supposed to have had the broken bow and arrow? Do you think it makes a massive difference? They feel, fitting them, like they'll be quite interchangeable. I think I'm going to try it after building this guy. I need to know. Annoying me. Spearhead sessions are the best. I do like a bit of spearhead. Anyone got any tips for an AOS army that's quick to paint? Nighthorn. Nighthorn. Sylvaneth. Probably my go-to too for quick to paint. Perhaps Sons of Bearmat because there's less. Maybe Bone Reapers. Stormcast aren't the worst. New Gundam minis. Ooh. Never done it. Never had the inclination or the urge. Had good things though. Yeah, I think Bone Reapers, Nighthaunt, Sylvaneth, Stormcaster where I would go for quick to paint or easy to paint. So I think Nighthaunt probably take it for the easiest, especially if you're someone who has access to or is semi-competent with an airbrush. You just fucking airbrush the transition color, whichever you decide, and then you can paint the metallics, give it a wash, maybe a dry brush. Job's a good one. If speed is your jam, that might be the one. Yeah, that's fair on the Stormcast front. I was thinking more of the old stuff, to be fair, so I hadn't thought of that. Right, I need to try and see if I can get the alternative bow to fit on this guy, because it's currently annoying me, playing on my mind. I need to get 39 and 41 out and have a go with it and see if it works. I'm going to have to do a little bit of cleaning up because I'm going to have to get the little arm attached. Or because this one bow is broken. If this goes on nicely, I've only got 2 dudes to do. Oh, I should just clean it out, wasn't there? 1.5 chaos terminator done. Good job work. Good job work. Good work, mate. I know what I meant. You shut up. Right. I reckon this is going to work. I'm thinking positive thoughts. Because all the torsos are the same. There's no reason for this not to work. Unless the legs, specifically the robes on the legs, are built in such a way that they're going to impact where the bow sits. Which I don't think it does. I think we're going to be okay. We've taken a gamble, we've glued it immediately. I am, however, going to need a head for him, so 30 or 31. A shoulder pad for him, which is 29. I'm going to try and fit 45 on. But again, they don't look too dissimilar. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. I think we don't have to use the broken arrow. Which is an utter win. This could be an utter win here, chat. You think that's coming, Edward? Do you think we're going to get a 2.5 of the Lumina? I don't know if we're ever going to get it. I wonder if it makes the range too big. Sounds like a code name. Right. The moment of truth. I think we'll be fine. The law suggests fine, does it? As my favourite AOS faction, I also think it would be awesome. I just worry about how big the range gets. I don't want to be in a position that, like the Stormcast were this time around, and in a number of years' time, we find that they're removing models from us. Oh, the range got a bit too big. We'll stop releasing stuff for it then. Which, of course, I'm never going to do. Because giving us new models and taking away old ones means we spend more money. Ultimately. Okay, we solved the broken arrow problem by using a different bow, and it's worked. It's paid off. We're good. Last 2 dues to do. Go on, Liam. Helmsmith finally found that my AOS army use it for Old World also. A lot more Old World curious lately. Some of the elements are missing. They become one with the realm of light. We only have earth and air. And we got a water model in a Warcry set that was just one thing though. I thought water would be like the silver, not the silverneth, the Ideneth. Are you telling me that Lumineth master all of them? Again, my AOS lore knowledge is weak at best. Right, 17, 18, 19. $26. I reckon this is going to be 16. If I was a betting man. You're all leaving me. You've got BO6 download ready for this week. I don't know how to prep the open beta. I have a code. I've redeemed the code. I don't know how to do the next thing with the code. Yeah, I've got to learn more about the Lumineth, Edward, to be fair. They're my favourite at the moment, 100% purely from an aesthetic perspective and nothing else at all. I always pick aesthetic first for my hobby. I'm drawn to all things elven. I love these little goobers. Mostly a continuation of the Old World High Elf story. See, I didn't really know that either. You know how people say, right, that Warhammer players are either a narrative player or a tournament player? You heard that? You're one or the other. You're a narrative player, you're a tournament player. Well, a confession. Historically, my interest and escapades in this hobby were neither. I started playing Warhammer years ago, both 40k at the time and what was Old World, which then used to be just Warhammer Fantasy Battles, simply because I liked the game, the models were cool. Literally it. I wasn't a lore nerd. I've never been a lore nerd. I couldn't tell you fucking much about lore at all, really. I like the lore, but I'm not a lore nerd. I like going to events. I'm not a tournament player. Although, like I said earlier, I think events nowadays, because of the focus on competitive, I liked going to events where you could take a random army and do all right with it. I don't like this world of meta and optimized and secondaries and ugh. I hear that all the time in the Warhammer community. Yeah, you do. You're either a lore player or you're a competitive player. Nah. You can just be a beer and pretzels player. You can just be a garage hammer player. That's perfectly fine. And that is exactly how I would describe me. Haven't really liked 40k since 8th. How come you're around then, Edward? Is it for the AOS content originally? Out of interest. You don't have to answer, obviously, if you don't want to. I'm a law nerd. Oh, there's nothing wrong with being a law nerd or being a tournament person. There's nothing wrong with being someone who fits those two categories. I don't think it's just those two categories that exist. One to go! We're gonna do 10! And then we're on to spearmen! Which, by the way, are super cool. Might have to have a little wee break though. You've arranged many things for 10 book club. Bless you, mate. That's the power of the Thanes, chat. The thought of transporting the spear guys gives me fear. Yeah, I haven't figured that out yet. That's a future. It's definitely a future me problem. Wall magnets to the lid of a really useful box. The spears occupy the unused space at the top of the box. Why do? Yeah, I've got a wall mag thing on the inside of a lid of a box and it keeps falling off. And that would worry me that it would fall off in transport and fucking crush everything together. So I need to fucking probably super glue the wall mag sheet onto the really useful box. Which is fine for like guaranteeing it stays on, but is really something I shouldn't have to do. One to go, I know, yeah. Although still 74 members and 150 quid in super chats to go. But you know, who's counting? We need more members and we've got people watching. Well, I'm happy I've almost finished 10 of them, I'll be honest. It's not the magnet that's dodgy, it's the sticky adhesive to stick it into the lid. So it's the giant sheet that keeps falling off the lid. That makes sense. You follow me? Well, what are we saying, chat? We're taking a break after these and coming back later this evening, which will be in literally just over 2 hours. Two-hour break, get some dinner, come back at 7:30, carry on. I think that might be what we do. Since we're down to 60 people for now, I think people might be going home for dinner and stuff like that. So we might do the same. We might take a dinner break. Get some food. We're just finishing off the first unit, Carl, and then we're going to stop for a little break. Get some dinner. Have a cry. come back in a bit to finish off. There is a unit of 10 luminous sentinels. There's the glue applicator. Leftover sprues. Not a lot to use in them really, but you never know. 10 luminous sentinels, chat. Look at that. 10 out of 26 models in the spearhead. That I think what we might try and do is the spearmen, as many of the spearmen as we can tonight, and then some more on Thursday, finish them off. Maybe get the blade wizards done as well. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Although I warn you, for the spearmen, I'm not sticking the shields on yet. Because the shields go on the... There's like a mounting point on their wrists. Where is it? Blade people. That's blade people. The sword people, the spear people have mounting points on their forward arms that look like these big round pieces here with shield stick on. So I can leave all the shields off for painting purposes, build the rest of the model. I fucking love these models. Love them so much. Look at those spears. They're proper fucking spears. Go on, the elves. Into it. Super into it. Next job is spear people after the dinner break. There you go. Tuesday's total so far is a monumental. We'll carry this over to tonight as well. 126. Stab you in a different postcode, Spears. Exactly that, yeah. Thank you for hanging out with me for the last, what is 3 hours and 44 minutes, you wonderful humans. I appreciate you all. Hopefully you've enjoyed the hobbying so far. We'll come back tonight. We'll carry on. A bit more work. Just have a little break. If the members had kept flowing, I'd have just carried on, I'll be honest. But we'll have a little break, get some dinner in us, and then get ready to go again later at 7:30. So look out for part 2. Come and join us at 7:30 for part 2. Otherwise, if you can't make it this evening, we are back tomorrow night with the Warhammer show at 7:30 in the evening. And then we're back again at 1:30 on Thursday with another probably hobby show at the moment. This week is dedicated to hobby. I've got no Joe. I've got no team this week at all. What the fuck? We've got a rogue one there that... Doing this in the camera is hard. Get out! Oh, I pulled 3 out. Anyway. What was I saying? Yeah, we got some more of this later on. We've got the Warhammer show tomorrow. We've got some more of this again on Thursday because if I've got no team for the week, I might as well make the most of it and actually get some hobbying done. And I was a bit more inspired by the community showcase last night anyway. So, you know, you're all incredible humans. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure you smash that like button before you you waiting for the bus now. Well, I'm being done so we can have dinner before the nighttime show. Hopefully, babe, if that's okay. Like I said to you already, hopefully we'll see you later on. We do have normal after dark, and then looking at the schedule, chat, for reference, next week, I think we return to a degree of normality next week, as long as Tom's COVID-free, because Tom becomes very free. Paddy becomes very free, which is good. I might even get a Thursday off for bike night and we have a show at the same time. How fucking good would that be? How good would that be? All right. Good. Beautiful. Right. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Like I said, smash that like button before you disappear. We'll see you this evening. We'll start all over again, but this time with some people with spears. What's the for? Why is the Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in a couple of hours.